Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you my updated open world farm build for Blood Knight. I updated this build like couple days ago, but I couldn't have time to make the video, so now we are gonna talk about it. And before moving on to the build, I want to show you that I lowered my resonance to 1.9k to show you this build still works even with low resonances. Now let's talk about the set items. I am using 4 pieces of Grace, but if your resonance is higher than like 3-4k, you can use 4 pieces of Gloomskite too. But you have to use 2 pieces of V2s for the other 2 pieces. And again, if your damage is enough, you can remove V2s and use 2 pieces of Izatar for movement speed. But movement speed buff from Izatar and movement speed buff from Massacre Paragon 3 doesn't stack up, so you can just choose one of them. And now let's check out our skills. We have Spear Flurry, Swarm of Bats, Siphon Blood, Skewer and Shadow's Edge as our primary attack. For the legendary items, I am using Horns of the Hex on the headpiece. Siphon Blood is no longer channeled and now moves with you, dealing damage and draining the life of nearby enemies. For the chest, we have Swarm of Bats, damage increased by 19%. For the shoulders, we have Swarm Speaker. Swarm of Bats now engulfs you in a cloud of bats, continual damage into nearby enemies. For the pants, I am using Made to Wander. Spear Flurry now causes you to dash forward, damaging all enemies in your path. Spear Flurry can be activated again up to 2 additional times. And for the main end we have this one. When Siphon Blood damages the same enemy 3 times, it causes them to hemorrhage, dealing 4.5k additional damage. And for the offhand we are using Skewer damage buff essence. Skewer also increases your damage done by 19% for 4 seconds. For the additional main end we have the Besolver. Skewer now causes you to leap into the air and slam into the target location, knocking enemies up and stunning them. And lastly, for the additional offense, I am using this one. After Shadow's Edge hits an enemy, 2 blades ricochet out randomly, targeting nearby enemies and dealing 14k damage to them. Other than that, I am using 3 pieces of Vengeance family bonus on all of my legendary items, and I choose duration of beneficial effects and primary attack damage for the other 2. But you can change the primary attack damage increase by a critical hit damage increase too. And this family bonus setup is more towards single target damage, so it's not really related to open world farm, but still I want to mention that. And for the Paragon I am using the Massacre tree. This increases my movement speed, but if you want to use Treasure Hunter you can do that too. It's really good for extra little bit of materials and XP gain. But if you choose Treasure Hunter and your damage is enough to kill the monsters quite easily, you can switch 2 pieces of V2s to Izatar to increase your movement speed. And now let me show you the build in action. I move around with my Spear Flurry, activate my Swarm of Bats and Siphon Blood. When it's needed I use my Skewer to deal extra damage and again moving around. And this is how it works. Swarm of Bats and Siphon Blood triggers the 4-piece Grace effect, which deals an extra damage. And Skewer by itself deals a lot of damage as well. And this is how I use it. Quite easy and fun to use. And that's all for this one. If you want to learn which farm locations I use for open world farm, you can watch these videos showing up on the screen. Take care and see you in the next one.